What's happening, y'all? Tonight, I've got a couple different topics to cover. Bear with me. Sometimes I might take a little bit of a brief pause to go ahead and read through some of my notes, and hopefully, it comes out good. I am gonna tell y'all if any of you smoke, I would go ahead and recommend lighting something up because I know that I can go ahead and pay attention a little bit better when I'm kind of gone and things click a little bit better with me. So go ahead and light something up and sit back and relax. I want to start off with communication. There is three main parts to communication. There is body language, tone of voice, and the actual words coming out your mouth. Now, body language is the number one thing. It's what communication really consists of overall. Then you've got the tone of voice. So if someone's talking in a monotone voice, as I am, I mean, not necessarily for me or, speaking on my behalf, but maybe in other situations, probably means that another individual doesn't give a shit about what you're saying or what they have to say themselves. They're just trying to get through the conversation. Me personally, just how I am sometimes. Now, you've got the words coming out your mouth, and that's the third and final thing that is associated with communication as a whole. That only, consists of a small percentage of what overall communication is. And it's kind of funny because I could say to one of my buddies, fuck you, just like this, and maybe, I actually truly mean it. But they wouldn't be able to tell that just based off of my lack thereof tone of voice and the actual words fuck you coming out my mouth. Now if I was very aggressive, you could be able to tell that that means something. But that would be body language. That would be my tone of voice as well. Now if I said, hey, fuck you, dog, just messing around, and my body language showed that I was messing around, my tone of voice raised, which is usually a little bit more like a high pitch tone of voice, that means that they're, usually kidding or in a jokingly manner going ahead and saying something, regardless of whether it's fuck you or not. That's showing that the words coming out your mouth alone are not what's most important about what you're saying. So, when you're talking to another individual, I would strongly suggest trying to pick out those three things, figure out what they are actually truly trying to express to you, and of how much importance, whatever conversation it may be, it is to them or to yourself, even for that matter. I really urge y'all to truly pay attention. I want to read through these things real quick. I urge you guys to pay attention to your interactions with individuals in general, because a lot of the things that we say is rehearsed. And that's subconsciously rehearsed. We just subconsciously say things. Someone walks by you and says, hey, good morning. You're like, hey, good morning. How's it going? Oh, another beautiful day in fucking Georgia or paradise, whatever the fuck you want to say, That's rehearsed, man. I'm in the Marines, so I go ahead and say another beautiful day in the Corps. Everyone knows that's a lie, but it's rehearsed. It's just what we say. I say that a lot, honestly, just because I personally don't want to talk to a certain individual, so I just give them that blow you off kind of fucking speech. But go ahead and when you're talking to someone of interest, show them a little bit more enthusiasm towards the conversation instead of saying, just another beautiful day in paradise. Oh, it's good, Could be a little bit better, could be fucking a millionaire or something like that. And start a conversation rather than that 2-second little bullshit thing that always happens with everyone while they walk by. If you're truly interested in another individual and they are intriguing to you, make it known. Don't just blow them off. To me and to a lot of individuals, that's an insult if you just give them that fake little remark that is completely rehearsed, because that shows that you don't have any enthusiasm towards that person. That is not a person of interest to you. And it's kind of not only insulting, but it's kind of shitty, in general. It's like, damn, dude, I just don't even want to put in another word towards you. I don't want to put any more effort towards you in general. And it's kind of unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. The way to kind of figure out how individuals are intriguing, I would say, is if they go ahead and have knowledge. I've said it many times in many of my videos, whether I post them on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, whatever I post them to, I try to continuously remind individuals knowledge is power. And having knowledge makes you an intriguing individual. If I sat down with you and I said, hey, let's talk about the universe, and you say, well, I haven't done much research on it, or I haven't even put much thought into it, you're obviously not a very intriguing individual, so I'm not going to want to carry on a normal conversation. It's just going to be quick and over with. There's no depth to you. I truly believe that individuals need to find more depth to themselves, in order to become a more well-rounded individual, but not only for that reason, to intrigue others. If you're intriguing, people are going to come to you, and that is what a lot of people look for. I see a lot of things like on Snapchat. Excuse me. You've got this shout out for shout out. That's begging other people to go ahead and come to you. And you're wanting the views or the friends, which are fake friends. They're people you're not even going to talk to ever. You're just going to send them a blank picture that is absolutely meaningless so you can get a bunch of streaks for X amount of days to make you somehow popular in the mass majority's eyes, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's something that I see with a lot of younger kids, and I'm still a kid myself, don't get me wrong, but I'm seeing this in anywhere from 10 to 17-year-olds, and it's like, why not grow up a little bit? I know you don't have to be a fucking adult and carry out adult tasks, and you don't have to have an adult mindset at such a young age, but you could have a more mature mindset, and not only that, you could be more intriguing. You could be intrigued by someone else to the point that you don't have to go for these little things to make you feel somehow better about yourself. You're looking for the instant gratification of having X amount of friends, X amount of fucking followers and views on your Snapchat or Instagram. That's instant gratification, and that is just absolutely ridiculous in my eyes. I don't understand why someone would want that, because that's not going to make you a better individual. It's upsetting. It really is. Because I truly want depth when I talk to someone. I don't care if it is just a little high and by situation. I want there to be a little bit of depth to even that short conversation. To show that person that I am intrigued by them. To show that person that the next interaction them and I have is going to be worth a shit. It's not just going to be fucking meaningless. There's so many meaningless interactions and things we do in general with our lives that quite literally makes us useless. We're just bodies walking around on this earth being useless, wasting space. Instead, we could be doing things for ourselves and others, and in turn making this world a better place. And that's what everyone wants in this world, making it a better place. But sorry, I went down a rabbit hole to an extent. Let's kind of get back on track. With all that being said, to kind of sum it up, I should say, I went ahead and was talking with another Marine. Her name is Bonilla. She is a very interesting individual. I think she's very neat the way she talks. She's actually got depth to her, which a lot of people don't that I talk to. It's just a simple little boring rehearsed conversation, which to me is, like I've said before, upsetting, because I want depth. I don't want something that is quite literally meaningless as all get out. When we were talking, she showed me a picture of herself, and I was like, that's very unique. And she corrected me. She said, no, that's authentic. And I asked her what's the difference? Why would you make that statement? And I have it quoted right here. It says, she goes ahead and says, you have to be authentic, not unique, because being authentic is one of a kind. I mean, anybody can be unique, but it takes a truly inspiring individual to be absolutely authentic and original. Someone that's going to push others and inspire others to do something rather than just acknowledge that other individual. Just say, yeah, he was unique. I remember him for his hat. I remember him for his smile. Shit like that. He was authentic and original enough that it made me want to go do something. I wanted to change my life. Be authentic. Continue to gain knowledge, because knowledge is power. And y'all have a fantastic rest of your night.